Pick a window. This is the Defenestrate Media Network.
The Left Show is not intended for youngsters. It's not intended for the sensitive. It's certainly not intended for right-wingers. Use your own discretion. Awful swearing.
You know who the best-looking person sitting up there was? Who was it with the cowboy hat?
No, J.M. Bell.
J.M. Bell. I don't know who that is.
He hosts a podcast.
Well, he was good-looking.
You are listening to the world's greatest political podcast, The Left Show. Joining me this week, J.C. Carter.
Welcome to the Resistance.
And returning this week, special correspondent, Taylor.
Hi.
Yay!
Finally.
I know, it's been a minute.
I know. Been around. I've had a lot of adventures. Have a kid. I don't have a new kid. That sounded like I might have had a birth again.
It did sound like that.
Did not have another one. I just have the one. And
Just the
it's
one.
a lot.
Like, my God, has it been that long?
I know. I literally could have had one by now. But also that sounds terrible. So
We got a lot to get to this week, but let's get caught up on just other stuff. Today is Father's Day as we record this. You'll be listening the day after Father's Boxing Day. That's when we put the socks back in the box. Never touch them
That's
again.
when I put the socks on my feet, man.
My kids always bought me socks that were too small for my giant feet.
Oh,
Oh,
that's fair.
So I do. I have a lot of superhero-themed socks I've never worn.
you can make a blanket out of them.
Maybe. I don't have that many. I mean, they're not that old. But yeah, this is I'm contemplative when I'm not doing something on the fact that, this is my first Father's Day without my dad. And I was coming into the week, I was actually, kind of obsessing about it and getting some feels. And then I went to a funeral yesterday for my uncle. And it occurred to me in the middle of the funeral, as my brain was starting to find something to complain about other than the religious aspects of said funeral, that my cousins and my aunt, my mother, this is their first Father's Day without, their dad, without her husband, without mom's brother. And I'm like, I've had a few months to process. And while I'm still a little sore, these guys are just, they're hosed today, and I just feel awful for them. And that has helped me deal with the sadness I was trying to gin up. So win-win.
I guess.
I'm not sure where I was headed with that or why I started talking about it, but that's where my brain is right now. Other than that, I've been watching the World Cup. We talked about it for an abnormally long time on the comic book show.
This has been soccer talk.
I know, but I am for the first time in my adult life of paying attention to men's soccer. I'm on board with the U.S. team and am excited and optimistic about how far they're going to get in the World Cup.
You're actually more optimistic than I am.
Yeah.
That's because they're used to the heat in America, in like the US. Nobody's used to what our air feels like, and they all just, the humidity is different, and they're like,
European soccer plays throughout the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Ours
Ours
is usually in the more summer months. So yeah, I think we are.
Why they give the hydration break, which is controversial. It's gotten booed. It's gotten booed in a couple of games.
They have to do it. I watched a referee pass out yesterday The U.S.
Oh,
Australia one.
he had a leg cramp. That's all. He just had a leg cramp. Pesky German.
Pesky German.
Yeah, he was German. Yeah. Come on, Jerry, off the ground, eh? Show a bit of spot. What? No, I've been following the U.S. team, and it is fun to watch them play as a team. And when Christian Pulisic gets back on the field, like I said, I feel optimism. But at the same time, I've got Arsenal players scattered throughout the countries, including England, who has 4 Arsenal players on it. 3 of those guys have already led to assists, for goals. Watching them play, they're playing as a team more than they ever have before as well. And so it's been very exciting. And then, of course, you and I have Scotland that we share.
Aye.
And even though they played
extraordinary after the first goal that Morocco scored. Because right then I'm like, are you just watching the game? Get in.
Well, I mean, that's what when somebody scores that fast in any game I ever watch, I always go, that was quick.
Yeah.
Aren't they going to kick it around for a minute and get used to being out on the grass?
Everyone else was. That's how they scored, is because everybody else hit that part.
Yeah, otherwise I think that would have been a draw. I really do. And so I'm really looking forward to the third game in the group.
Damn. Yeah.
Yep. But no, Argentina was an amazing game. I just watched Spain trounce Saudi Arabia 4-0.
Ooh.
I mean, I paid the devil his due, and I am watching every fucking game. If I'm going to sell my soul to the Fox Media Corporation for a month and a half.
And to FIFA, because FIFA's corrupt as.
That's true. That is true. But FIFA already got their money from Fox. So, yeah, if I'm going
to... Fox just has to bilk you out of the money so you can watch all the games.
Yeah. And I may not be paying attention to them, but every fucking game is on. But yeah, and I feel bad because Scotland lost, and it's my fault. Because I was not wearing my kilt during that game, and I was during the first game.
Yeah, I got dressed up for nothing, apparently. Well, apart from the fact that I proved that I could pull that kilt back on, which was...
I know, congratulations on that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I put on the funeral suit yesterday and was like, hey... my pants don't stay up by themselves anymore. That's pretty fucking awesome. I need my suspenders.
Yeah. I'm happy about this.
Yeah. I don't know. It's anything new you want to talk about, Taylor?
No, nothing great has been happening this year.
No.
But that's fine. I got in a car chase with Ice and some friends in Minneapolis when we went in February, like at the end of January.
What fun.
We got a cool ass light because we saw somebody being kidnapped, and so like whistles were being blown, and we were like in the center of all the memorials. And so we like ran outside and started fighting with the ICE agents. And then like we saw another, it was like four of the ICE agent cars chasing us.
Damn.
And then like we went, 3 were in front of us because they're stupid as fuck. And so I'm like pulling through this drive-through, like we can go the other way. And we got stopped because like someone was in front of it, and then an ICE agent that was behind us came out, and like all of a sudden like a laser's pointing at one of my friends' heads.
Yikes.
And he's like, get the fuck out of the car. And I'm like, fucking drive. And so like my friend bolted. We got back in the garage safely. And that whole neighborhood, they didn't come back. So nobody got kidnapped.
I love that. You're a hero.
That's awesome.
It was a cool, I was there for 4 days, you guys, and we got in an ice chase. Less than 4 days.
I never thought about that as a vacation destination activity.
It wasn't a vacation. It was us going to learn their patrolling system because we know it's coming to Utah and we want to get like ahead of the game and see what they were doing. So it wasn't a vacation spot. It was mostly going to like pay respects for the people and also just go learning their patrolling system.
Well,
and go to the Whipple.
while
See
I'm
what's
sitting
happening
here
there.
in awe of you and your activities, I would just like to remind folks that I'm the guy who probably started the 1993 Martin Luther King Day riots in Denver. I have also been an agitator. I just don't agitate much anymore.
It's kind of fun. I've been an agitator for a while now, but that's the only time that somebody's pointed a gun at my head.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Shockingly. Shocking, honestly.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
was a Nazi used the N-word and spit on a young African-American lady standing next to me and punched him in the mouth as hard as I could, which knocked him
Yay.
down. And then it was chaos.
You did good for this
So
country by doing
I
that.
don't know that I started the riot. I just know that as the riot started, it was coincidentally right about the time that I punched a Nazi.
Good
Yeah.
job. Punch
It was,
Nazis.
it was good. It was a nutty fucking afternoon that day.
I love it.
I love it too.
I also got a new scooter yesterday.
You did? What'd you
Totaled my pink one.
get?
It was completely totaled. Some lady did an illegal U-turn, and I smacked right in the side of her.
No, I've done that on a motorcycle. It hurts.
Yeah, I have to get back surgery. It sucks. Like,
No.
but I got a new scooter yesterday. It's the exact same one, but white, and a 67.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I love it.
but it's fine.
did you name her
Everything's
yet?
Fine. Arsenic,
Okay.
because the other one, I have a blue one called Old Lace.
Aw,
There you go.
Arsenic and Old Lace.
very nice. Very
It
literal.
might change, but Old Lace will stay, but it might change. I don't know yet. I've
Yeah.
only had it for a minute.
I love that. I'm so sorry that you got in an accident. I hate the way people drive involving two-wheeled vehicles in this state.
Yeah, she did not see me, and it hurt. But somebody had a video, like their camera saw it on the from their backyard. Sent me the video through the left page or the
Hey,
left
that's
show.
great.
She
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
find
great.
me. Anyway, so that's my life right now.
No, I did. I've been in 3 motorcycle accidents in my life, and I've ridden for a total of about 4 years in Utah and about 5 years in Colorado, and all of my accidents happened here, and they all involved drivers doing something dipshit that hurt me. You know, I was not at fault for any of them. So yeah, Utah, wear a helmet. That's all I can say is because our car drivers out here are boneheads.
Especially like in the suburbs, because that's where I was. I'm just
Oh,
like,
my.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
You
Total
have to-
scooter, broken back, whatever.
Fuck.
But
I'm
it's
so sorry. And I have to point out, you missed some
helmet.
texts you should have sent your buddies. I got in a motorcycle accident and have to have back surgery. That's one of those things that your friends want to know.
I forget. Well, I don't want to burden anybody with my
I am here to be
with my
burdened for you.
12 millimeter herniated disc.
Ouch. Ow.
Ow.
Fuck. I can feel that from here.
Jesus. Ow.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Life goes on, right?
Yeah.
Jeff could commiserate with you with his broken neck from a car accident. So,
Sucked. Still sucks.
But you know what? The family's happy. Like Della's good. I'm good.
I'm so
That's about it.
pleased about Della. That just tickles me. I like that kid. She's got sass.
She was getting bullied. All the kids were getting bullied by these 3 boys, but she was sick of it, and they bullied her about her hair, saying she looked like a boy. They bullied her about the dead dog. I don't know why, but then she got sick of it, and she stabbed all 3 of them in the back with a pencil.
Yay! Woohoo!
And the principal called to tell me she's not in trouble, but he has to tell me.
Well, of course, you got to know to take her for ice cream.
And the 3
Yeah.
boys had to have their parents go in the office. I'm like, we'll find a less aggressive way.
Yeah. Violence
no.
is never the only answer.
Sometimes you got no. Sometimes they're what do they call it? Concrete learners. They needed a hard lesson that this
I'm
is
just
wrong.
like, they've been bullying a lot of kids, and they are annoying, and so they deserve it, in my opinion. Like, a less aggressive way will be taught, but whatever.
I love it. I do. That's my favorite story of the week, and we got a lot of fun stories. Speaking of fun stories, let's burn through
Let's
a
dive
couple.
in.
The American flag blue pool paint. Turns out, I don't know if you've ever used paint thinner, but some paint thinners have hydrogen peroxide in them, which is what the Park Service used to try and get the algae bloom under control. And it's caused the blue paint to flake. And like a dude was arrested because he saw something floating in the pool, and he reached in and he grabbed it, and it was the paint flake. And he's like, "Oh wow, look at that!" And he throws it back in. And about 5 minutes later, the fucking park police arrested him for vandalism. It's like this poor guy.
It's like, I just saw it. I was cleaning up. But also, like, what an interesting thing to find. He could sell it online.
Yep. And so Trump is now saying that vandals made the algae bloom.
Yes, the vandals. The vandals. No, it wasn't that they forgot to clean the pipes out when they drained it and cleaned it all up and repainted it. They needed to clean the pipes because that's where the algae was. Not to mention the fact that when you got a nice still water pool, ducks love to swim in it, and they carry algae blooms with them from one pond to the other. So, yeah.
Fucking ducks.
So if you want to blame anybody, Donnie, it's your own people who forgot that the pipes would have algae in them, and the ducks that will contribute algae from now on, basically.
And the paint thinner that's going to make the paint peel.
Yep.
They're domestic terrorists. The ducks are domestic terrorists right now.
They really are. They're little rapey motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Did
can't
you
trust
read the one tweet? I can't believe pro-life party is killing the algae. It doesn't have a brain or a consciousness, but it's living cells dividing and growing in a warm, dark environment.
Oh.
Maybe they need to throw some mifepristone into the old pool to see if they can get rid of that.
It's just, what do you expect when you hire a company that says, like, what is their company called? Green something?
Yeah, Green Water Incorporated.
Yeah. It's like, what do you expect?
Well,
they turned it exactly what
delivered.
they said they would.
They fucking delivered, didn't they?
Advertising. So
They deserve a bonus.
there is hanging in Washington, D.C., a gigantic banner with Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy. And the quote underneath it is, "Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength." It says Roosevelt, 26th United States president, under, and he sits there with his very serious Wilford Brimley face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he never said that.
He never said that. That is not really something he would have ever said.
No. No.
I would have
They're
believed
just stupid.
FDR would have said it, but I don't believe he would have said it.
Yeah, some dipshit put it on Goodreads, and now the internet it's like my favorite Abraham Lincoln quote is, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
Yeah.
Followed by
At some
my-
point,
Yeah.
somebody is going to believe that Abraham Lincoln said that. At some point, someone will truly believe that.
Somebody already has, I'm sure.
Yeah, my other favorite Abraham Lincoln quote is, "Anything's a dildo if you're not a little bitch." So you can see why they maybe should have fact checked this banner before they hung it up to celebrate our 250th birthday. And
Please,
then
Pete Hegseth took a Quentin Tarantino line and turned it into a prayer. Why not? Like, they'll believe anything.
yep, just a little stolen IP is what it is.
Yep.
It just reminds me of that time that Melania read Michelle Obama's speech to a T because
Yes.
someone said it was.
Yes.
And that it's like, are you guys doing this again? Like,
Mm-hmm.
is
They're
this what's
doing it
happening
still.
again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daily
still.
Show did a thing on Trump stealing a speech that Stephen Miller wrote for him. So, finishing up, just and on the real quick on this because it makes me laugh. Representative Ocasio-Cortez has been doing some endorsements across the country in House races, in primaries so far, and she's picking them. She's picking winners because she's picking progressives that have a progressive populist message in their campaigning, and establishment corporate Democrats are losing their fucking mind.
Good. Yeah.
Do they want people on our side or do they not? Like, that's the thing. It's like, what do you guys expect?
They want their money.
It's like,
They want their corporate money.
They do, and they'll get it either way. I mean, they have enough money. But they should be like, okay, they just embrace it. But I mean, they didn't fucking
There's less causes
money, so.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
But yeah, I agree with you, Taylor. It's I don't know. I like watching her work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like watching her. I like Mamdani. Goddamn.
Mamdani.
He's great.
He's always smiling. He's got the millennial smile where we're just like super annoyed, but always smiling through it. Just like, I'm eating you alive, but I'm just going to smile anyway because it's going to drive you fucking crazy.
You know, to wrap up the segment, I'll tell you guys my favorite thing that I saw on the internet, and I will paraphrase it because I don't have it in front of me, is basically with the way that Mamdani has been dressing lately by wearing a blazer over a sports jersey.
Yes,
and
love it.
Smiling all the time. Somebody was like, it's like one of those movies from the 80s where some kid got elected mayor on accident and everything he does works out. It's an 80s feel good.
That is perfectly.
Big smile and the way he dresses.
It.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I love it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back on the other side, more news.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
What if there was one place where comic book fans could get everything? News, reviews, debates, and deep dives every single week.
And not just we read one issue and Googled the rest kind of takes. We're talking 15 years deep, over 600 episodes.
That's right. The world's greatest comic book podcast has been breaking down Marvel, DC, indie books, movies, and fandom culture long before it was cool.
Whether you're a lifelong collector,
a casual fan who just saw the latest superhero movie,
or someone trying to figure out where to even start,
we have got you covered.
And we don't always agree, which makes it way more fun.
Yeah, way more fun.
New episodes every Tuesday.
Real opinions, real conversations.
Zero gatekeeping.
Check out the world's greatest comic book podcast at thecomicbookpodcast.com.
Hey kids, comics!
And this is the part where we talk for about 30, 45 seconds, and then I can play the sounder for the deep dives.
Oh, well, there you go.
See,
Okay.
It's all a formula. We've got to lay it out, and if I don't do it this way, I get confused in the edit, and everything takes too long. So
it's all mathematical.
It's science. You know, it's the science of the art of whatever the fuck it is we do here. Anyway,
whatever you need to be able to drop a sounder.
Yeah, that's what I need. I just need a little bumper, right? And it's 45 right there. We're going to do deep dives. It's time for the Left Show's Deep Dives. Every week, your intrepid hosts take a detailed look at important topics from across the globe that matter to you, whether you know it or not. Let's see how this goes. Best of luck, folks. So one of the things that's been bothering me lately is the way the conversation around ICE and deportations seems to just disappear from the headlines unless there's some, insane dramatic event, in some political stunt attached to it. And so while the news isn't paying attention, immigration enforcement is still fucking with real people, real families, and real communities. And parents are being separated from their children, and workers are disappearing from their jobs, and neighbors are still just suddenly gone. And, these actions have enormous consequences, and they deserve public scrutiny. And lately, the media treats immigration enforcement like weather. It happened, here's a number, and then they move on.
Mm-hmm.
And instead we're being flooded with coverage of political theater. Who insulted who on social media? What was the nuttiest thing said at a rally? Which politician is fighting with another politician? And the stories are there to just generate clicks and ratings and to fill us with a sense of outrage. The slow, methodical exercise of government power does not, and that's a problem. In our society, the press isn't supposed to be a scoreboard operator. They're supposed to be the watchdog. The purpose of journalism isn't to tell us what the government says, it's to tell us what the government is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are they following the law? Are people's rights being respected? No. Whether the public is getting the whole story, which we're not. So when government agencies are conducting raids and kidnapping people and moving into cities, that's the exact kind of activity that should be completely under scrutiny, and not because immigration laws should or shouldn't be enforced. It's how they're being enforced that is the problem. So history shows us that transparency matters, and oversight matters, and accountability matters. Regardless of who's in office, citizens should know exactly what the fuck is being done in their name and with their money. And the troubling thing isn't that people disagree about immigration. We can disagree about immigration. The troubling thing is that so many Americans are completely fucking ignorant of what's actually happening. They're hearing slogans, and they're hearing talking points, and they're hearing partisan spin, and what they don't get is consistent, in-depth reporting on the human consequences, the legal questions, the costs, and the long-term impact of what this is going to mean long-term for the country. So a healthy democracy requires more than elections. It requires attention. It requires transparency and a press willing to focus on the machinery of government and not just the spectacle that it provides.
Right.
If nobody's watching, that's when we have to worry.
That's the thing, like in Utah right now. So like everyone thinks like the building keeps stopping. They thought the first protest stopped it, right? And it's like, no, it didn't. Someone else is buying that building, so that building can take it. Like that building can have it. And I'm just like, you guys have to, I have really good pattern recognition, right? So they got it. And now people are like, oh, it's not happening yet. It's like, that's because Mark Wayne has not been fully put in his position. And they had to put all the ICE buildings on hold until he is back in the position fully, and Christine Ohm, because she left. So they had to put all of the ICE buildings on pause. But also regarding like ICE, like we have people specifically in Utah, and this is happening everywhere, they think, I'm not seeing it, so I'm not doing it. You go down Redwood Road at 6 a.m, that's when they start stealing people. That's when they start kidnapping people. In West Valley. In the morning, nobody knows. They're going to courthouses everywhere to kidnap people that are like going to court, or just like going to get their immigration status fixed, like everything. They're everywhere, and we don't see it happening, and so nobody cares. When the thing, and like rest in peace, Renee, is like, and I said this in an article, somebody asked me about it, and it's like, it sucks that the only way to get people's attention is a white woman dying. Like, that's straight up facts. And so now people, when like, and I need people to stop trusting the government. I need them to, so bad. When they're like said that in Minneapolis they were going to take away the ICE agents, that they were going to lower them, and then they brought in like 50 fleets, right? But it's like then they started hiring more women ICE agents, and they started dressing them in normal clothes. They started making them look like they were inspecting the properties, like, hey, I'm just inspecting properties going, and they started moving it to like 2 a.m. so people weren't patrolling as much. And now they're arresting people with the Antifa law, and they've already gotten like 15 people arrested for just like helping, like patrolling and like working the barricades. Because in Minneapolis, they have the barricades, and like they look in everybody's window to make sure like if they're ICE or not, so they can catch the license plates and go like so on and so forth. But people don't think it's happening in their own state. They just see like what's happening. It's not happening in Minneapolis anymore because like Trump said they were going to take them out. You don't believe the fucking government? It's not happening in Vermont anymore because it's happening in New Jersey. So it's not happening in these other 2 states because now it's happening in New Jersey. Right? It's hard to trust the news because they go off what the president says or whatever whoever's in charge says, and it's like, oh well, I trust it. It's like don't.
Yeah, there's too much Trump washing going on in the media right now. And, you know, we can get into, I mean, you know, today's little rant, because we're trying to stick with the 3 minutes, is the media's not doing their job. Why they're not doing their job is yet another rant. And a lot of that has to do with billionaire ownership.
Right. And like
and Trump wagging the dog right now.
Yeah. It's like when Hitler started, he didn't start in Germany, he started in Poland. And then he went to another place. And I've been reading a book, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's in my living room, about like it from 2015. Someone's like, we are going to recreate this. This is going to start happening in World War II because we did not learn from our mistakes. And it's like, now I see it. It's like they started in Minneapolis, and then they stopped paying attention in Poland because they went to the next place.
Yeah. And even more horrific crimes happened behind them while people were paying attention to what was in front.
Exactly.
You get in an argument with the people who, you know, the MAGA people in there. It's like they bring up these horrible criminals. Shouldn't they be deported? I'm like, yes, but they should be deported, not the millions of others who have a minor misdemeanor that they're suddenly calling up as a reason to deport them.
Not these children that have no. These children just get stuck in foster care because their parents get ripped away from them. God knows what foster care places, because they could be privatized and people could be making. I'm like a little bit of conspiracy theory right now.
We still haven't found those kids from the first time.
Exactly, and we forget about them because we have to look at other things. But I cannot get over people not realizing in our own state. But it doesn't matter until it affects them. And it doesn't matter until they're not in like a city like West Valley. It doesn't matter because they're not in Sugar House. They're not in Bountiful. They're in West Valley.
Yep. And as we have seen, especially in Utah, what happens on the west side is very ignored by the east side.
Yep. Which sucks. I go when I don't have my little.
When I know it.
I like to go like drive around Redwood, like 7 a.m, like in the west area, just to like see if anybody's there, and just, you know, at least record it so we can get more awareness. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get there all the time when it happens, but it's we're turning a blind eye because it's not that we all don't think it's near us. And the news is just whitewashing it.
Yep.
Or ignoring it altogether. Yeah.
Yeah. Or ignoring it until someone got loud. Which, did you guys see the veteran in New Jersey who's like, they're like, you can't come past here. And he's like, so my free speech ends right here. I can't go over there for my free speech. It's like, I'm stuck. My free speech ends right here at this barricade because I can't go there because you're going to arrest me for my free speech.
Yeah. Brilliant point.
Anyway,
I have no way to transition to our next story.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
It's just infuriating that I don't fault people for not realizing what's in their house because they don't look for it, because privileged people are privileged. White people are very privileged and don't look for any issue that's not involving them. Not all white people, obviously, but
not all, but yeah. We few Caucasians actually do okay. But the whole wagging the dog thing, people have been saying, well, it's obvious that he's wagging the dog to take focus away from the Epstein files. I'm like, well, when he was first elected in 2016, the Republicans loved him because he was such a distraction. They could get away with all kinds of shit and nobody would pay attention to it because the media was focused on him talking in front of a fucking helicopter on the White House lawn every fucking day. And it's like, now he's got this war that he can't end, and that's what the media is focused on. Then he's got the reflecting pool turning blue, and he's got the mess at the White House, and all of that is a distraction from everything his own government, Stephen Miller and all those other people are doing. He can distract, and the media won't cover it because that's not the main story.
This is what I wanted this segment to turn into. So maybe I won't completely change it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I know it's gone over 3 minutes, but there's just so much.
2 minutes of follow-ups, and we are well past that as well. So
we're in the follow-up section, yeah.
So
moving into our own deep dives.
Let me then course correct with the following story. Apparently, if you work at Facebook, at least in one department, porn's okay. Yikes. A judge has ruled that blacked.com can sue Meta because Meta scraped its porn. A federal judge has rejected Meta's attempt to dismiss a lawsuit from Strike 3 Holdings, the company that owns popular sites like Blacked, Vixen, and Tushy, for scraping its porn videos. Vixen's the only one I don't specifically know what it's about.
Vixen's just it's just standard porn, honestly.
Okay. So it's heteronormative.
Yeah. It's heteronormative porn. It's not first person porn or step siblings or any of that stuff. It's just people having sex. That's it. Yeah. People wanting to have sex and they go have sex. That's Vixen. Yeah.
I call that my 20s. I love this. The decision shows Meta's nonsensical justification for scraping massive amounts of copyrighted material from the internet in order to train its AI model.
That's what they do.
What's the name of the AI model that got trained at black.com?
This is just silly. This is why AI is just a dumb fucking thing.
The worst.
It's like, so we stole our own content.
Yeah.
And now we can't, now we're being sued. It's like, well, no, you stole your own. Just get a subscription like the rest of us.
Yeah, well, and a VPN if you're in Utah.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's so annoying when religious people cock block.
Because they're the ones that use it the most.
I know.
Oh, that's exactly it. I mean, you got that whole joke about Johnson and his son, keeping an eye on each other's porn usage.
And he didn't
with
deny
the recommendation app.
He's okay with
Yeah.
it. I just don't understand. And I need people to team up with me in other states where we look at politicians' calendars, because they're public, and go down the grinder, see if you find them when they're in those states or in your area, and out all of the politicians.
Okay, I'm going to paint a scenario for you. Not that I give a shit.
Is it Trevor Lee?
No, but that's fun. So I decided to play Grinder Detective
Yes.
And
Tell
then
me
I
more.
run for office in a couple of years, and somebody's like, "I saw him on Grindr," and I get to go, "Oh no! I was just looking to out Republican politics." It sounds like so much bullshit, but you know what? I think I might join you in this effort because I think it'd be funny.
It would be hilarious to me if people just did it. Like, it just. Trevor Lee, I'm coming after you, you dumb bitch.
Yep, that's what you get for using the picture of you, Trevor Lee.
Anyway.
I just want to talk about the Obamas for a minute as we close out this section. The Obama Presidential Center opened. Just some highlights is it's not just a presidential library. They actually put a fucking public library in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's self-sustaining grounds. I mean, it's beautiful architecture. It is an huge fucking obelisk of a thing that I think is. I don't think that it's pretty to look at because it's got kind of a brutalist feel to it, but it's interesting to look at. I look at it and I keep looking at it and I keep looking at it, and I find new things every time I stare at that building. So yeah, I don't think it's pretty.
That's what brutalist architecture is meant to do. It's meant to make you look at it and keep looking at it and be fascinated by it. Absolutely.
I mean, that's what the Orrin Hatch building is downtown. It's like, what the fuck are you?
The board.
And every time I look at it, I'm like, is that a gel?
There's a jail in there.
But anyway, the Obama, I like the center. I think it's super interesting.
So the Obamas throw a little party to open up the Obama Center. And I don't know if you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about who wouldn't. Even Milli Vanilli said, "I'm sorry, Trump is too problematic for me."
Milli fucking Vanilli.
I don't know if it was Milli or Vanilli, but one of them, the surviving one. So this one, we had...
Millie's dead. It's Vanilli.
There you go.
I can't
Oprah
do it
Winfrey?
without Milli.
Billie Jean King, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Conan O'Brien, Gabrielle Union, Quinta Brunson, LL Cool J.
That's a choice.
Mark Hamill, John Baptiste. I love that guy. Stephen Colbert and David Letterman were there, and they both wore tan suits.
I saw that, and I'm like,
nice.
Everybody should wear a tan suit the day Trump dies.
Oh man, I'd
everybody in the country.
I do plan on dressing up.
I'll tell you a secret off air.
Okay. So in the event performing, Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen, Christina Aguilera, Common, Eddie Vedder, Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Marcy Martin, Mark Antony, Thames, The Roots, and a special treat for me, and fuck you if you don't like them, Bono and the Edge from U2. Woohoo!
Fuck me then.
Bono, I love U2. I've loved him for years.
You're at the age where you could, like you do.
Yeah, Josh.
I'm at the age like, get the fuck off my iPhone. What are you doing forcing me to have U2?
And you know what? Even that was a long time ago.
I know.
But yeah, Bono rewrote the lyrics to City of Blinding Lights to honor Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you look so beautiful tonight. Oh, you look so beautiful, Michelle, in your City of Blinding Lights. He continued with further personalized references. Luckily, lucky me, lucky we, in the company of Jackknife Lee, 46, 42, and 43. Civility, hold tight to democracy. That was a reference to Obama, W, and Bill Bubba Clinton. And yeah, I mean, I love this. I think it is touching and sweet, and way to go, Bono. I do. Way to go,
That is
Obama.
really sweet. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, especially when that fucking wrestler at the UFC event, you know, at the White House, called her a man.
Yeah, this is just the narrative is just really getting old.
Yeah.
That. It's just like, are you like? There's It's just really getting old. They have these five things that they will live forever on, and it's like, okay, like fuck Brandon, like kind of things. It's like you guys have these five things you won't shut the fuck up about. You think you're killing it, and it's like
we'd really like it if you'd swing back to the Epstein file.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think there's deeper roots after Trump.
Same.
Like there's got to be more.
I'm tired of the Epstein files. I want to investigate the 2024 election because there's pretty clear evidence of election fraud. So
I mean, his baby mama came out and like literally showed tweets from him or messages from him saying space lasers, and she's like, "Oh, like Jewish," because she didn't want to know more.
Good. Okay, let's take a break.
Okay.
We get back on the other side. More news. Hey folks, Jeff here. So you want to start a podcast? Maybe you already did and it's just not going the way you thought it would. Well, here's the truth. It's not about the mic, it's not about the software, and it's definitely not just about posting episodes. It's about building a show that people care about. That's why I created the Defenestrate Media Podcast Academy. It isn't theory and it isn't fluff. It's a step-by-step breakdown of what actually works. Choosing a name, choosing a topic, building your structure, growing an audience, trying to turn your podcast into a brand and maybe even a business. If you're serious about podcasting, this is a good place to start. And if you're just tired of guessing, this is how you stop. Check out the Defenestrate Media Podcast Academy and build something worth listening to. You can find more information at theleftshow.com.
In a world where MAGA is banning and burning books, it is a revolutionary act to read. It's Monday in America is a bold collection from The Left Show's J.M. Bell about politics, family, aging, and the uncomfortable truths we keep avoiding. No talking points, just real life in a divided country. Order your copy of It's Monday in America today for just $14.99 at mondayinamerica.com. If you're looking to feel hopeful or inspired, or if you're just frustrated and unsure about where we're headed, this book provides a unique look at the life of a Gen X liberal, the challenges and victories, and the question, what kind of world have we built for our children? It's Monday in America. $14.99 at mondayinamerica.com. It's Monday in America. Better to die on your feet than live on your knees.
For some reason, you are still listening to The Left Show. All right, then, here's some more of that, I suppose.
You know, I worry about the kids. I worry not because I'm like an asshole boomer. I worry because I actually give a shit about the kids. I have talked many times. I even think I did a deep dive about it a couple months ago, you know, about how important it is to involve the younger generations in party politics so that they can shape the future of what's going to happen. There's too much corporate money and the two-party system's not going anywhere anytime soon, no matter how much we hate it.
No matter how much you vote for Jill Stein as a protest.
Yeah, there's not enough of you. And I'm so sorry. You know, I'm not dogging. I understand where you're coming from. My point has been for years has been, and this happened in 2016 with the young people that were coming into the party to support Bernie and were running up against antediluvian rules that had been there for years, you know, stopping some forward momentum. And they're like, it's rigged. And it's like, well, no. People were here and made decisions and voted on it, and that's why these rules are in place. We didn't see you coming. The whole Bernie thing was startling to a lot of us older operatives at the time. We were just like, this is fucking great. You know, look at all this participation. This is wonderful. And then they're like, it's all fucking rigged. And it's like, it's not rigged. It's just old and stupid. Why don't you guys show up in the off years and let's fix it? Let's build a fucking party.
Like, that's the thing right now. It pisses me off. It's like, Why are you focusing on who's running it for president right now when we have election this year? Let's worry about that in December.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was one of my biggest complaints with the Utah Democratic Party when I was with them, is that in off seasons, we didn't run fucking commercials. We didn't do a lot of broadcast messaging. We never did bought media. We would try and earn a little media by making noises, but nobody gave a shit because we're such a minority here in this state. And so it's like you have to message. Well, I worry about the kids. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I worry about right now is that reading is down
Yeah.
for pleasure. And it is down a lot among school kids right now.
Absolutely.
New federal data shows double-digit percentage point drop in the shares of 9 to 13-year-olds who read for fun. I read for fun. My parents had a bookshelf in the basement that we were not allowed to touch. This is because it was, more adult stuff, Jean Le Carre, stuff like that. And then I had my bookshelves, and my mom was slow to buy me new books, because
They're expensive.
Well, and I read so fucking fast. It was just like, she'd give me a book, and I'd be back 2 hours later being like, can I have a bigger book? And she's like, you're not old enough for bigger books. She was one of those, you're too young for back pain. And it turns out I have spina bifida, that sort of thing.
So you were gonna get it anyway. You might as well have read.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I would sneak downstairs to mom and dad's bookshelf and read the spy novels and read the terrorist novels and, Airport 74 and the stuff that wasn't religious. And so it couldn't be displayed in the living room upstairs, the paperbacks and I'd burn through there, and my dad would kept catching me, and he'd be like, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm reading a book. He's like, why are you reading that book? And it's like, well, because I don't have any of my own left. I've already read them all several times. And so dad was always good at throwing books at me to keep me away from his books, And
That's
so
nice.
you know what, dad was a stand-up guy, and I'm remembering that a lot today, as I remember that I just let my kids have free reign of my library when they were little. It's like, you want to read that? Yeah. There were a few books where I was like, fuck no. No, you may not read that.
I understand.
Yeah, those were on the higher shelf.
Told my kids, free reign, but be nice to the books.
Yes.
Because Angus brought back a Jim Butcherman novel of mine, and he'd crease the spine, and of course, Mr. mint condition guy like I am is like, what?
Della loves reading, and you remember those 3 boys that she hates. They, the kids have to go in the hall to read, but a lot of kids in her class just read for pleasure. I'm going to say something super controversial. Audiobooks are reading to me.
Yeah, they are.
And people are very weird about that. But I think that give them audiobooks if they can. Because I have ADHD, and sometimes I can't concentrate on one thing that I want.
Yeah, my only problem is if I'm not driving, my brain will not let me sit and listen to a book. But that doesn't mean that what's in that book doesn't carry a meaning for someone who listens to it versus someone who reads it.
It's really sad to hear that the kids aren't reading, though. Because it is so important, and it makes sense of why kids are so dumb. Not dumb, but why they're not learning as well as millennials and past.
Yeah, there was a report I read earlier this week that I just didn't pick, but it was about some schools across the United States are leaving digital and going back to pen and paper, and the kids are thriving.
That's exactly what they should be doing. Della, her class writes. They have a typing class, an internet class, and that's it. They all have to be on paper, though, in her school.
Yeah, I like the idea.
And I think that's why they read. I think that's why they read is because they have to handwrite everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Chantix broke my reading brain because it And they warned about it in the side effects that it could rewire your mental pathway. And I'm like, but I want to quit smoking. So I took it and had the worst 2 months of my fucking life emotionally up until that time. But I did quit smoking. And because I don't go outside to smoke anymore, my reading went way down. And I don't read nearly as much as I used to. But I did sit down with a book a couple of days ago and burned it out in a day and a half in light casual reading. So I still read, and I still read fast, and I still have a good comprehension level. And it was a fun book. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's Dungeon Crawler Carl, the newest thing in urban fantasy. It was so much fun. And the ending was perfect. It was so perfect. I'm like, I don't need lunch this week. I'm going to buy book 2. That's how perfect the ending was.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So,
I'm a nonfiction. Right now I'm reading different books on anarchism. So
that's it. I did that in my 20s.
Yeah, I'm just super, super ready for anarchism too.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm still running for governor because I'm going to take the church down.
Okay. I'm still going to help you.
I'm taking the Mormon church down, and I feel like that is an anarchist movement.
Oh, I'm going to have some sad-ass relatives.
In this state it is.
I just want them out of government. Be a church.
I just want them out of the fucking government too.
I want them out of the government too.
Yeah, build them all. I don't care. Just stop being mean to gay people. Could you?
Stop being a corporate. Stop building unaffordable housing in 3 months that is only going to be sustainable for 3 years. Also, my neighbor is getting gentrified because we got one of those goddamn buildings. And so the apartment next to me that's super ghetto painted their apartments gray. And we all know what gray means. Millennial. Millennials are millennial gray. Everybody's rent is going to go up because now we're the Maven district.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Not mine, though. Just signed another lease. 3 years leaving there. She has not raised the rent. She just likes me because I'm a good, consistent person.
I love that.
Yeah.
You pay your rent. You keep the place up. Yeah.
I'm not a problem. Anyway.
You're not a problem.
All right, we are screaming towards the end, and I want to hit these.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but apparently, according to Republicans, people don't want to drink abortions.
Technically, they're not wrong, but they are wrong in the way that they're meaning.
Sure, yeah. I mean, but it's like you said earlier, it's not all white people, but it's always white people.
Always white people.
Yep. But basically,
they are neglecting the atheist diet, though. I mean, a good blended baby, you never.
Where do you
That's
think
what the mocktails are.
That's where I got my biscuits.
That's what mocktails are.
Over a dozen Republican attorneys general from primarily red states are urging the EPA to classify the abortion drug mifepristone as a drinking water contaminant. 14 state officials wrote in a Friday letter to the EPA administrator that mifepristone is, quote, resulting in tons of chemically tainted medical waste being flushed into American waterways. So is poop!
Is this where the algae came from in the pool?
That was it. That was the algae.
Yeah, it's
that was
abortion.
the algae.
It's just reflecting.
Well, to these AGs, I want to say I don't want to drink your boner pills either.
There's no way these guys are flushing boner pills.
What? How did
I'm not saying they're flushing them. I'm saying if this is a contaminant, so is every other drug, because you don't fully digest it. You actually do expel some of the drug. But we have filtration systems that clean our water for us. Unless you're drinking raw sewer, you're not going to be drinking any of this stuff.
Well, these are the raw.
And I can see some of these Republican AGs drinking raw sewer water. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have fucking.
It's the Bobby Kennedy diet.
Yeah, it's the Kennedy diet.
Yeah.
Nuts. So Elliot Page is in the Odyssey. I have no idea what he plays. I just
playing Achilles.
Horse.
Oh, shush! I don't want any spoilers.
No, he's playing Achilles. I know that.
It's got to be Killer.
I was waiting to be surprised.
No, it's.
But
now you ruined it.
Transphobia. Oh, look, if there is one guy in any of our shows that'll spoil a movie on accident, it's John.
You are the Tom Holland of the show.
I'll take it.
It was fucking announced on the internet for months now.
And
who Elliot Page was playing.
I've been avoiding it because I don't want to know anything. I don't want to spoil the ending. No.
Spoil the ending.
Don't spoil the ending. I read a lot of books, but don't spoil the ending to the Odyssey.
Hey,
One of the greatest known.
It's a Hollywood
one of the oldest
production.
pieces of
Who
fiction
knows
ever.
how they'll change it. That's all I'm saying. You don't know. Beowulf wasn't poetic. They can fuck it up.
Yeah, they can.
I mean, and then again, if anybody's going to rewrite the end of the Odyssey, I'm kind of okay with it being Christopher Nolan. I'm like, yeah, he'll take care. He'll be respectful of the source material. Yeah. Anyway, that aside, Elliot Page's next big project is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, but the actor is already being subjected to horrendous transphobic harassment, including comments from Elon Musk.
Naturally.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah.
Elon Musk?
Yep.
Not a trillionaire.
I started
Not a trillionaire.
on accident.
He-
Matt Damon.
what is
Tom
Elliot?
Holland.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. What?
I was gonna say, like, what? The trans community is always stuck in the one positions, like when they're actors, that they have to be in a trans position, and it's like, what, you're mad that
There's
Elliot's actually in, like, not a trans position, like a trans character.
There's a
Pisses me off.
misconception.
Sorry.
There's a misconception as to the character of Achilles being this macho warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is that Achilles was not. He actually, in the Odyssey, there's a point where, not in the Odyssey, in the Iliad, there's a point where he dressed as a woman to avoid going into battle. So
the transphobia, though, is just awful.
yeah, so the transphobia is just being transphobic. Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are the guys that. Oh fuck! What is her name? Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah.
You know, as Helen of Troy.
Mm-hmm.
I would launch 1,001 ships for her face. She's fucking gorgeous. She's one of the prettiest
Beautiful.
women on the fucking planet. And the racists are like, historically, she wouldn't be black. It's like, shut up! It's fiction. You little fuck.
They're the people, they're the people that are like Harry Potter. Like, Hermione would never be black. It's like, have you read all the words in that book? They are all made up.
I was like, I'm going, well, I want to have my glasses on so I can push them up and say, well, actually, there's plenty of evidence that she could have just as easily been black as white in the Mediterranean that time. So yeah.
It just doesn't
and
make sense.
she's a fictional character.
So like, who's being transphobic about this besides Elon?
Just the internet.
A
lot of comments. I don't want to read them out loud because they're pretty gross. But yeah, you know what? I think Elliot's going to just fucking knock it out of the park.
Elliot's
an
a
amazing
great actor.
Yeah. So I mean, I am now looking forward to this movie more than I was before. And then as we walk out the door, because we're already a couple minutes over time.
Sorry.
No. I'm not upset. Stanford scientists have found a way to regrow lost cartilage and reverse arthritis. Scientists may have found a way to regrow old cartilage and stop arthritis before it starts, potentially making joint replacements far less common. I need shoulder work and knee work, and I'm like, could I do that on this test?
My grandmom has had her shoulder redone like 5 times and her back redone. And it's like, and she's like verge of death every time she goes under, right? The older you are. Like, this would be life-changing for so many people.
I blew out both my rotator cuffs, and the left one has gotten, it's pretty severe over the last couple of months, to the point where this is about as high as I can raise my arm. We were at the funeral yesterday. I went to put my arm around Tiffany, and I couldn't. And so we were talking about being old and health shit with some of my cousins, and one of them's like, "What do you got coming up?" And I'm like, "I got to get my shoulder done." And he's like, "Don't, just suck it up and let it." He's like, "I have had my shoulders done 4 times on the left, 5 times on the right. They never get it right. It's always fucked up, and it always hurts."
That's why my grandma keeps getting it done. Don't do it.
Yeah, I can't sleep. I can't sit up. I got stuff to do with this arm. I don't know. Anyway, join us on Patreon, won't you? Where we will continue this lovely conversation. Patreon.com/DFenMedia. Every week that we record, we provide special content to our Patreon family, and we'd like you to join us. Patreon.com/DFenMedia. In the meantime, thank you, JC. Great to see you, Taylor. I'm so delighted.
I'll be back more often now.
I think that's great.
We got our schedules back on track with the kid.
Good.
And now that it's summer, she's learning how to be bored.
That's an important lesson.
Yes, it is.
It is. It leads to recreational reading.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
If you've made it this far, you might as well join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/DFenMedia. This episode and more always available at www.theleftshow.com.